What's up, good people, and welcome back to YouTube from scratch. So I had another topic that I wanted to talk about a little bit earlier about, creating titles and things like that. But I decided to kind of scrap that and talk about something a little bit more important that was really, on my mind right now. And I think that is around the idea of, being passionate about what you're doing and, wanting to talk about something and then, getting the desire or the passion to talk about something else, and that being really taboo on the platform, and how hard that is sometimes for us as content creators. So it really got me to thinking about how that happens often on the platform as content creators, that we may be feeling passionate about something or have a specific niche that we're in with our channel, and then we get different passions along the way, and we start to feel strange about deviating from those things on that specific channel. And I think that's a real thing, and it's a real challenge that we go through as content creators. So I just wanted to talk for a minute about how to combat that and how to deal with that as a content creator, because you may be building a specific channel for a reason. You may be building your channel for a specific reason, like you want to monetize that channel and build a business or brand around that channel. So it's really beneficial if you can stay on topic, stay consistent with the type of content that you're doing, because that is, one of the key metrics to growing here on the platform. But, as you're doing that, it's okay to have, other thoughts and other passions, and, be able to have an outlet for those. One of the beauties of, YouTube, and the main things that you can do in that instance, in those instances, is create another channel. You have that option to create another channel and, channel those things into a whole nother outlet. And, it's not always necessary to talk about, all the different things you want to talk about on your channel. And, as I mentioned before, it's kind of a good idea to, silo your information if you want to grow quickly on the platform and grow consistently on the platform, especially for the monetization of your platform. It is good to, have a consistent message of what you're talking about, but it's okay if you feel differently, and it's okay if you have, those different thoughts about different things you want to talk about, and you can, create another outlet for those, and, don't feel like it's something that is going to deter you away from, your focus attention on what you're doing. Because I think when you feel passionately about something, you make time for it. And that's the thing, is like if you feel you have a real desire to, speak about something else, YouTube is a platform that welcomes all types of content. And the beauty of, learning how to do this art is that once you start doing it and, creating content and having, that system in place to create content, it becomes easier, and it becomes easier when you are passionate about what you're doing. So that's the whole thing you want to understand, is that YouTube becomes hard when you're not interested in what you're doing, when you lose interest in what you're doing. So if keeping your interest in what you're doing means starting another channel, then by all means do that. Don't stop your creativity. Don't stop, your passion for what you're doing because you want to, move faster at the channel that you're working on. I understand that. I wholeheartedly understand that, because as content creators, we have our goals in mind, and, stopping what you're doing or deviating from what you're doing can seem like something that will take you too far off course and make you, spend time where you don't need to spend time. But just as I mentioned, it's a whole different thing if you have more passion as a result of being able to pivot and do other things. If you have passion for what you're doing and it rekindles the passion in what you're doing, because one of the hardest things, and I mentioned this in another video, one of the hardest things about, being a new YouTuber is that, you have this passion when you first start. You're very excited. Everybody's very excited. Everybody's learning. You're learning how to do a lot of different things. But, as time goes on, those things become routine, and you start to lose that drive and lose that urgency of creating your content. And if you're not passionate about the topic that you're speaking on, that becomes a real chore over time. And it becomes, a real recipe for burnout, because that's one of the things that really leads to that type of behavior where you're just droning out and you're creating content that you really, you may care about, but you're not really, don't have a really strong interest in. And once you get to that point, things become hard. So, to keep from getting to that point, if you are feeling something, even if you started a channel yesterday or started a channel, 2 years ago, if you're feeling something, if you're feeling strongly about something that you want to talk about, and you want to put that in another form, by all means, take that step, take that leap, because it will give you, in a lot of cases, it will rekindle the fire you have about the things you're currently working on, inadvertently. So, I want to stress that. And, don't ever feel like you can't have that space to, even on your existing channel, don't feel like you don't have that space to speak about those things, and tie them into the message that you're bringing, because it's all about you. That's the thing you have to understand as a new YouTuber, or, as an existing YouTuber. Your channel is about what you want it to be about. And, there are a lot of people that will resonate with that, and a lot of people that will resonate with the different topics that you may be thinking about, or the different themes of things that you may be thinking about to do on your channel. There's no hard and fast rule that says, okay, I have to stick with this way of doing things and stick with this, specific things. Yes, it does help from a consistency standpoint for, those people that, want to see or want to feel comfortable that they're going to be getting the same thing, a week after week with your channel. And, that makes sense, because, you don't want to throw your existing subscribers for a loop when you put out new content, but you can always talk to your subscribers as well and have that open communication about what you're feeling about doing and the things and the directions that you're thinking about taking with your channel. You can have that dialogue and ask, there are polling systems here on the platform where you can ask, hey, is this something that's, you guys may be interested in? And sometimes you may find that the majority of your subscribers may be interested in pivoting to the thing you're interested in pivoting to as well. So, never, put yourself in a box in that regard, and never feel like you can't have that conversation with your subscribers. And I just wanted to talk to you guys about that, because it's something that struck me as I was trying to speak on another topic, but, I felt strongly about this message. So it's just apropos. And, I want you guys to continue doing what you're doing. We are moving forward at a good pace. And if you're new to this channel, please consider following us on this journey as we step you through the whole process of starting a channel to monetization and beyond. I hope this was helpful for someone, and we'll see you in the next one.